Who doesn't just love going viral? I'm super grateful to say that I've got some clout. Today, we'll be remaking my top 20 most viral TikTok videos. But first, what even is going viral? I don't think going viral is a set number. It's more to do with how big your audience is. For someone like me with 1.8 mil, when I get a video that gets 4 or 5 million views, I feel super stoked. And to me, that's a viral. When you look up Harrison Howe, what do you find? My top 20 videos have this many likes and this many views. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Now let's get down to production mode. We're redrawing all of these, but better. Let's figure out what actually made it go viral so that way we can thoughtfully remake and upgrade these videos. We're testing to see if my years spent drawing and filming will make these videos better now. 20 drawings, how long could that take? It took days. I did not expect it to take this long. 20 easy doodles, I was like, that'll be an afternoon. But between downloading, rewatching, taking notes, prepping the paper, practice drawings, and figuring out how to make each and every single one better, it took days to complete this. So I'm really excited to compare the original with what I've been able to make now. These are the top 20. This is a remake of this, so that's disqualified. I don't need to show you all the same drawing twice. These are holiday related. This one can be adjusted, whereas this one's so holiday specific that it's also DQ. This is the last DQ because I've actually already made a whole series surrounding this particular drawing, and I just want to keep pushing the creativity, not resting on my laurels. Starting off with the old viral. As you might expect, drawing in the snow is a really specific situation. We're lucky that it's still snow season where I'm at because 2 of my top videos are doodles in the snow. Drawing in the snow is super challenging. You can't really draw in wet snow because it's too clumpy. You can't draw in deep snow because you can't really see it. And after a few days, the snow gets dirty. Your canvas is always changing. Anyway, the snowstorm hit, and what I did is in the driveway, I would draw the designs in the snow and then shovel and wait for a fresh thin layer to pile up where I would draw it again and then shovel again and then draw again and then shovel and wait for it to pile up. There was only so much light and there was only so much snow throughout the day, throughout the 5 days. I focused drawing mostly my most viral rather than the bear, but I still did manage about 15 attempts in varying conditions that I just didn't quite ever get something that I liked. And we weren't able to make the first one better, but it's okay because that was a really specific situation. And we actually did get something pretty cool for the shark, and that's coming up later in the video. So stay tuned. Next one is the dunes.
Anyone can make this easy drawing. How to draw sand dunes in only 9 lines. Start with 2 curves and the letter S.
So right off the bat, I noticed the sand dunes are so steep on the edge. It's because I'm using a vertical piece of paper that it's really getting kind of distorted right off the bat, but
Talked how easy this comes together.
it's S. That's kind of a complicated shape, J linking into the S. We want it as simple as possible.
Which makes just a little bit of shade.
I like that shading transition, but you can see it's a little bit blurry. You don't want any blur on those transitions. You want them to be as clean as possible. It's funny that Dune 2 is coming out at the same time that I'm making the remake of this Dunes videos.
I bet you anyone can make this easy drawing. How to draw sand dunes in only 8 lines. Start with 2 curves and the top of a triangle. You might be shocked how quick this comes together with a backwards S, but stay for all 8 lines. One more small dune in the distance before we add the sun, which then makes a little bit of shading. Oh, and I'm curious, should I go see the new movie Dune? So easy to draw that now you can say. I bet you anyone can make this easy drawing.
Incorporate that. All right, that's that one. Let's move on to the next one. After Dune, we got... Oh, nice. I'm actually really stoked how this one turned out because the impossible shape that blew up.
Impossible shape. Part 1, a square. Draw lines off each corner and long lines off of each of those lines.
Kind of looks sus, to be honest. We don't like that.
Then diagonal corners before you do a little bit of shading off of the first line.
Close together nice, and you can see.
And along the outside as well. Be surprised how quick this turns into a true impossible.
Straight up, that one was too simple. Looked sus. Didn't like it. I thought that one needed a level up.
Turn any shape into an optical illusion. Step 1, draw lines off each corner and long lines from each of those corner lines. Now one more set of long lines around each of those. Then diagonal corners before you do a little bit of shading. Shade the inside corners and the outside. Now you can.
Doing more than one shape because we're leveling it up. There's a fair amount of editing, but I think it turned out pretty well. And it's more high resolution. So we're moving on to the next one, which are some cute mushrooms.
Wearing the perfect shirt for it. Even if you don't draw, you can draw this. Step 1 is drawing triangles with
Debatably, I would say that this drawing is worse than the one that was on my shirt.
weak bottoms. To illustrate the caps, you're going to want to draw around the corners and within the lines. Or you could just do a simple cap. Basically, you do you at this point. Now it's time to outline your stems. Last step is the
Comprehensive text. They stack in a weird way. Mushrooms don't really look like that.
to draw where the spores would come on.
Sort of some forced perspective there. I don't know. Things that are not quite right.
Even if you don't draw, you can draw this. We're starting with pencil. Draw a bunch of random triangles that connect at a bottom point. After adding a circle to the bottom of one of your triangles, swap your pencil for a pen. Add a wiggle along the bottom of every triangle. Next, you're going to use the shape of the triangle to help guide your mushroom shape. Just make sure to make it a little bit more rounded and curvy. Use the straight lines from before to start creating stems on either side. For some of your mushrooms, don't connect all the way and instead add these spores. Work from the front bottom mushrooms up to the top back ones. While you finish drawing the rest of the stems, I'm curious, do you like seeing pencil in these tutorials, or do you want to stick to just pen?
So you can see I tried to match the original style. I think the mushrooms one is improved. We'll see how it does though. Next up is a reindeer. This one is prep yourself really bad. I cannot believe this is one of my most viral drawings of all time.
Drawing an equal
And I chose to teach it.
sideways. Off of the bottom, draw two vertical skinny rectangles. From there, you're going to draw a J lying on its side.
Don't worry.
Small line off of that.
I was only 26 years old when I drew this toddler drawing.
Unicorns and giraffe. The knees face the opposite direction as our knees. Well, let's draw the reindeer head. Start with the
That neck is like the longest neck of all time. Be looking like a giraffe neck.
Easy. Add as many or as few points as you like, or don't add antlers at all. It's completely up to you. Before we get to the hooves and the tail, let's draw an eye and a nose. It comes together really quick. So if you want to unlock your creativity with some simple drawing tutorials, drop a follow. Happy holidays.
Things that could be improved upon.
Easy drawing how-to. This time it's a deer. Draw an arc with a gap. In that gap, put 2 dashes up, a little tail, and then you get to draw the deer face. Put a squiggle with 2 lumps on each side. Draw an eye in the top lump. Before you draw the ears, put a V in the middle. Draw the ears in the shape of a leaf. Now it's time to draw the antlers before the most important part. Draw your antlers however you want. The more points on the antler, the bigger and older the deer is. Finish this off with some vertical dashes that represent grass. And of course, the mouth that eats it.
Simple. Next up, we got a sloth.
Whoa, slow down. You and I are about to draw a sloth. It's going to be really fun, and it's easier than you might think. Come on. Step 1 is drawing a circle. Oh look, I'm drawing in real time so you can keep up with me. An arch coming in on each side will hold the eyes, which will just be little tiny black dots like this. From there we're
I
going to
do like that it's real time, but it's just like
do a smirk, which is an arch.
a bit slow for me.
Sloth face, it's time to draw the body with a arch.
Especially when the fit is like running out of ink, the line work is mid,
The dog's part.
the overall drawing turns out
Next,
bad. To make somebody wait a
sloth
minute.
face, which is probably just a
You
brazen.
see that? I can't believe this is one of my top videos either. We're trying to replace these top videos with better drawings.
They're just a single line with an arch over the vine that they're holding on to.
It's pretty cute, but we can do cuter.
What do you think of this new format? I'd love to know your feedback.
Always testing.
Watch all this videos testing the Halloween dreams to become a full-time illustrator, so thank you.
Okay, so that's the old sloth, and here is the new sloth. Oh, this sloth one. I'm so pleased on how the intro turned out.
Slow down. You can draw a sloth in under a minute.
It's easier than you might expect. Start with a circle. Drawing around your circle, add a V off of one side, end the V in a rounded cap. Now make a big arc starting from below the V that also ends in a rounded cap. As strange as this looks now, you're almost done. Sloths are always hanging around, so draw the branch that it's on. Draw this however you like. I like to draw it with a branch off of the branch. Before we get to the cute sloth face, let's draw in the scary sloth claws. The amount that they have depends on what species they are. Just 3 simple lines and coloring it in dark makes the back legs. The sloth face comes together quick, so pay attention. An arc in from either side, a small nose with 2 dots, a tiny smirk, and last 2 little C's for the eyes. That's an easy way to draw a sloth, but you can always add more fur.
So if this could replace that sloth video, that'd be great. It's just crazy to see, for me, how much better this looks versus that first drawing that I was like, oh my God, it got so many views. It should be, that means it's good. But really, it's just such a learning process to see what's actually good to me, what actually looks good, because good is subjective, right? Next up, we got my funny intro. This intro is unbeatable.
Here's a quick and easy doodle. You can doodle even if you're not a doodler. You can really draw on anything. Start by doodling a big C. and then do a smaller C inside.
What I liked about
Crescent moon. Put a vertical line on the right, and then a little
the overall drawing, it doesn't look that good to me anymore, but I think how it starts is really nice. It's encouraging to know that you can draw on anything and how 2Cs makes a moon. So those are the two things I'm going to keep the same, but we are going to change the drawing slightly in this version. I don't have my fun festive long hair. I don't have a bunch of plants because I'm living slightly in it's called an earthen home. It looks like a hobbit home. A quick and easy doodle you can doodle even if you're not a doodler.
You could really draw on anything. Start by doodling a big C with another smaller C inside. Whoa, you've already got a crescent moon. Draw 2 arc lines on the right, followed quickly by a little wave. Super easy to draw, just a bunch of little arcs. Finish up your palm trees with some little arcs and you're all done. Now you're an expert doodler. But even if you weren't, here's
quick and easy doodle you can doodle even if you're not a doodler. I think the loop, keeping the loop is good. Keeping the shape super graphic and clean. All things that I was able to improve upon this round. Next one. A dragon.
you never needed in your life.
That title is burnt.
You promised to be dragging this one in. Dragon. Show page, so you have plenty of space. From here, draw 2 little C's, eyes. Give them nice expressive eyebrows before drawing the ridge of the nose with some spikes. Next,
Looks a little bit pig-like.
you can draw a horn because it's basically just a curved teardrop.
It's not very whimsical.
Not just leave a floating head. We gotta finish the body. Draw a few more random spikes to finish the face. Then draw a big squiggly line out and wrap. It's in a spiral.
I think the looseness of this is good.
Until brush comb and sketchbook is available at
Those are a bit goofy.
Ooh. Finish up your limbs, as many or as few as you'd want. Then it's time to add the quintessential underbelly scales. Become a full-time illustrator. By you dropping a follow, it literally helps me follow my passion. This always goes too quick, and there's more I want to say. Until next time, here is
Quick and easy doodle, you didn't know you need it. Well, I just feel like I've done that title so many times that people are like, maybe I don't need this doodle anymore. So I think that title's a bit burnt. We're just going to drop right into it.
how to draw a dragon. I promise I won't be dragging this one out.
I did keep the dragon this one out. Look how much crispier this is. So much more high resolution.
Horn texture. Now draw 2 curving arcs for the neck. Then a big swoop to fill your page that ends in a spiral. Draw an arc back and then a little leg. We're going to draw the other arm resting up on top of something. Add your own flair or treasure. Now draw a few spines that will wrap around the neck, down the back, to the tail. Here's an easy basis for you to add your own creativity or wings.
I think that's a prime example of how my tutorials have gotten cleaner, quicker, easier, more high resolution. Not to just toot my own horn, but this is way better and it's way simpler. And I wasn't dragging it out. I've buried that joke fully.
Easy to draw. Anyone can draw it. To draw a beach scene with palm trees.
Beach scene. I love being at the beach. Who doesn't love being at the beach?
Line coming out of it. One more squiggly line, and then one more flat line before drawing a semicircle for the sun. Draw the trunks of your palm trees smaller as they go into the distance. Then arches
I
on the
feel like it keeps getting out of focus slightly. Are you guys having that effect?
detail of the palm tree.
It really is. No, it's literally when I put my pen in front, my hand in front of
The palm tree.
the camera shifts focus.
Shading to the water as well.
And this final composition, what is that loose palm frond moving up there? It's not even a complete palm frond. It's just a loose guy. It makes no sense. The new one, there's some ways to improve it. Here is how you draw a beach updated.
So easy to draw, anyone can do it. To draw a beach scene with palm trees, start by drawing a C. Then draw a squiggly line down and a flat line coming out of it. One more squiggly line and one more flat line. Before the sun semicircle, one line down for the trunk and draw the top with little arcs. Lines down off of each arch for the palm fronds. When you go to draw palm trees in the distance, make each trunk progressively smaller as it goes towards the squiggles. Then add less detailed fronds. Take your drawing to the next level with a little bit of shading on the ocean, leaving the center empty for the sun's reflection, and then adding a palm frond in the upper left. Happy drawing, my fronds.
I sound completely different when I'm voicing over than when I'm just talking. The tutorial is similar, but we're locked in on the focus. Oh, easy doodle of a dino. They're just getting better. Honestly, here we go.
Easy doodles I know you can do. Part 1, dinos. Let me know what else you want to see putting in the comments. Start your brontosaurus by drawing a rectangle on a circle like this. Now a big swoopy line with
This side lighting, you can just see the shadow of my hand across the whole page.
L. Draw an L next to that one, and an L facing the other way as well.
Yeah, that's an L for sure.
One last line for the tail. Now for the face, let's zoom in to get the details. Draw what looks like the tip of an avocado. Put a dash on it.
The pace is just pandemic pace, you know? It's just a little bit like, oh, it lags. But yeah, that's how you do it. Cool.
And then I'm still asking for a follow. So I'm going to remove that because that's bad. Just make the drawing cooler, better, more entertaining, and hopefully more funny.
Easy Doodle, I know you can do. Today it's dinos. Even if you don't draw dino, you can draw this. Start with a big swooping line. The end of the line goes back on itself. Then, for the front of the dinosaur, draw a curvy line down that ends in an L. Another L near your first curved line. The dinosaur comes together really quick, but stay for the face. Let's have the dinosaur lifting their front leg. Because we don't know what color dinosaurs were, I made this one spotted like a cow. Happy drawing.
Easy. Move along on your day. A little drawing video, keep scrolling. Way less drawn out, and you still get a dino. And I think the dino shape is cleaner, better. So if people did want to try and save this and draw it themselves, they have a better reference point. Next up, we got squid.
You can draw a squid, and I promise it'll turn out incredible. This is your 1-minute squid drawing challenge. You can do this. Pick up any pencil or...
Again, the shadow of my hand on the page.
Start with the leaf shape, and then small fins along the
Not ideal.
one along each side of the leaf. Next up, you get to draw the little eye lumps, and then draw 4 little tentacles that come out from below. If you're new here, my name is Harrison Howard, and I make How Art, so be sure to drop a follow for more fun content. After the 4 tentacles, you're going to draw 2 long tentacles like this. Draw them wherever you want, and put little leaf shapes on the end. These are basically squid hands. We're nearly done now. Now it's time to add your details. Thank you so much. Just by sitting there and watching this, you're literally helping me follow my passion to become an illustrator. So thank you.
That's still true to this day. And the new squid looks like this. You can draw a squid that will turn out incredible.
This is your 30-second squid drawing challenge.
Step 1, start by drawing a leaf shape. Then draw fins with a single line on either side. Next, draw a handful of tentacles that come out of the front of the leaf, with extendable tentacles that they shoot out to catch fish. You can draw these tentacles wherever you want. The best part about drawing sea creatures is how strange they really are. We're almost done now. As always, if you ever have a suggestion for a drawing you want me to do, put it in the comments. Add a few suckers to the tentacles and an eyeball too. Looks better.
You've been asking for roughly 2 million years.
I got the Lord Farquaad haircut going on hard in that one.
You've been asking for roughly 2 million years. I better get on that. The next 30 seconds, you'll learn a totally non-cheesy way to draw a house. Start with a big arrow pointing upward that doesn't seem to have a top, like this. Make sure you put a bottom on it, draw a straight line in, and then a diagonal line up to the corner. It's coming together quickly, but don't go anywhere. It takes your drawing to the next level if you learn to draw a few details, like putting a chimney on top. No pressure, but I'd love it if you dropped a follow because it helps me support my dreams of becoming an illustrator. But you certainly don't house to follow.
Okay, so I cut the bad joke, but I kept the intro. I liked that 2 billion years. That person had been commenting a long time. We're going to respond to the same comment, but this particular drawing video, I don't think has the comment in it yet.
Whoa, you've been asking for 2 million years? I better get to it.
In the next 30 seconds, you'll learn a quick and easy way to draw a house. Start by drawing a big arrow that has its top cut off. Draw a straight line in and a diagonal line up to the corner. One line down makes it 3D. It's coming together quickly. Let's add a door floating in the middle, a few flat lines for stairs, and then windows wherever you want. We're nearly done, but a few details will take it a long way. Draw a little chimney. Look at how easy it is to actually add an attic too. Happy drawing. I think that floating island looks so much nicer above. Again, the resolution is just completely different. You won't believe how easy this is. Start by drawing some triangles randomly all over your page. Try different shapes and sizes. Then draw 2 lines down from each triangle. This castle drawing comes together really quick, so put a little bracket below what you drew. Before we do my favorite part, draw squares for the top of the castle wall. Okay, let's put some windows in each of these towers. We need a way to get into this castle. Let's draw the main gate with a single arch. Every kingdom needs a flag, which is the last step if you don't include dropping a follow. We drew a whole castle in like 30 seconds, which is why I say the wall around the edge doesn't have any towers on it. You won't believe how easy this is. Start by drawing some triangles randomly all over your page. Try different shapes and sizes. Then draw some straight lines like this before you draw 2 lines down from each triangle. Notice how these vertical lines are incomplete. That's because I'm going to add a few horizontal lines to connect them to. But wait, we need a way to get into this castle. Let's finish up the rest of the wall. Before we get to my favorite part, add some windows in your towers. Every castle needs a flag, which is nearly the last step. If you don't include dropping a follow, we drew a whole castle in 30 seconds, which is why I say, that was the top 5. Now we're on the top 4. Canyon. Can you imagine something cooler than that? Again, we're starting out of focus and dark, just the way you want to start a video.
Easy drawing anyone can make.
The snap is good, though.
Okay, it's a canyon. It only takes 3 lines to make mountains. There, draw a sort of squiggly shape off of each side like this.
I don't think I can actually put this in without being demonetized.
Draw a line off of each of the arches. thicker in the front, thinner in the back. The ones in the middle are going to cross like a Y. And then on the bottom of them, make an arch. Be sure to join our art club.
We'll have to use AI to try and strip the songs out so they might sound weird.
Easy drawing anyone can make. Today it's a canyon. It only takes 3 lines to make mountains. From there, draw a sort of squiggly shape off of the left side. You'll be surprised how quick this finishes up. Draw one more squiggle across the page. Now draw a line off of each of the arches. Add in a jagged line between your mountains and your canyon. Scribble some points on top and color in for trees. But why stop there? Don't forget to join the art club.
More approachable. The new canyon's better. It's smaller. This new format makes it look more like a Blue's Clues drawing.
A spider? Absolutely. Takes about 10 seconds. Tiny. Circle and then an oval. Or dashes off each side. From there, you're going to draw the legs and down.
It's because spiders are our friends, not our foes, even though I'm terrified of spiders.
Is it possible to draw a spider in 10 seconds? Time me. First you do a circle and then like an abdomen on X across, and then do the legs 2 at a time, 2 on each side until we're up to 8. Here we go. Okay, the final V's and freeze frame. Check that out. Under 10 seconds. Easy. Next challenge, please.
So this one is actually 10 seconds, looks better, is easier to do. So I think that remake going out on Save a Spider Day. So save a spider that day. This one, the shark, I'm so pleased. It took so long to do this. The shoveling, the drawing, the jumping. The only way I could think to make this shark video, which really popped off, more viral is by being barefoot. Here we go.
It's easier than you might expect to draw a shark. Start with a circle and a fin. Draw 2 little triangles off the bottom. Before you draw the scary shark face, make a tail using this simple technique. Start your shark face with a big V and 2 C's underneath.
I'm keeping the tutorial the exact same.
After 2 years of making these tutorials,
Ultimately, how do you make this pop off more?
check it out on
2 years of...
Oh, and I don't have merch anymore, really. Trying to make these videos full time. These ones that you're watching right now, thank you so much. I appreciate that because here we go.
It's easier than you might expect to draw a shark. Start with a circle and a fin. Draw 2 little triangles off of the bottom. Before you draw the scary shark face, make a tail using this simple technique. Start your shark face with a big V and 2 C's underneath. After 3 years of making these tutorials, I'm taking the risk and making videos online full time. And now you know.
Perfect drawing conditions. I drew it after shoveling. You can see my shovel line in the upper corner, but I had the perfect depth of snow after several occasions of being too deep, too wet, too sticky, too shallow. This one was just spot on, and it sounded so good too, so I lucked out. Next up is the final one, the most viral. I've been doing this drawing since I was a kid, so it makes total sense that this would be the one that pops off. And I mean, it's a simple doodle, and it's a lake, and it's like brings you to a moment of nature when you're in a classroom or whatever. So here you go.
Even if you don't draw, I can teach you how to draw a lake. Check this out. Step 1 is a big center horizontal line, followed by some side lines that are also flat. You can sort of just put them wherever you want. You're about to be shocked how easy this is. Drop a fallout, and then draw some scribbly lines down. Couple mountains behind those side hills, a few more wiggly lines, and then if you want to shade it from the corners and leave the center sort of empty. Thanks for watching.
You'll notice I'm drawing on the floor. I used to draw on the floor all the time. This was my setup. I had like a gooseneck, no light. So based on whatever the lighting situation naturally was, the tutorial's fine, but ultimately we can make it better. Size of it is intimidating. People want to be able to draw small. And so this is what I came up with. Even if you don't draw, I can teach you how to draw a lake.
Check this out. Step 1 is creating a big center horizontal line followed by some other side lines. You're about to be shocked how easy this is. Off of each flat line, draw a squiggle. An M for a mountain in the background, some more scribbles for ridge lines. The last step is shading from the sides, leaving the center empty.
And that's that. Whoa, top 20 videos all done. That's sweet. These few are already published. I'll be publishing the rest over the course of the month. Happy drawing, my friends. Donezo.